The Ravens offense ready to roll. They come in leading the AFC North. And the one to focus on will be this man, their seventh-year wideout. He'll have a hard time repeating those numbers. Over 200 yards receiving a week ago.
But I think he's excited about the opportunity because he knows they're going to gear all the coverages to him. But he has an ability to find a way to get open. And you can't even totally describe it. You just watch it happen week in and week out. I can't wait to see how he goes about it in this game.
If he goes back-to-back over 200, oh boy, look out. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tannehill. Is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball. And
this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Owens. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. It's Owens. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
The Ravens at 13-2 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Tannehill.
Parker comes up with an incredible catch.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Gets around him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
He finds his man. It's Charlie Kolar. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll We begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Mitchell Trubisky, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Godwin.
Play action, Tannehill.
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw caught by Kohler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
What one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on first down. Owens. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
95 yards rushing for him now to this point. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So the Ravens now down by 7. And time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the
10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
So now after that big play, things come into focus a little bit sharper because at this point in overtime, a field goal is all they need. That big play there sets them up in field goal range. They want to try and finish this game off.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Baltimore, they improved to 14-2 with still 1 game left to be played in this regular season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.